galing ang minamahal nila sa buhay. So there is a deeper meaning of being late. It is not being irresponsible. Sometimes it is being responsibly waiting for others. Even the last visitors of Jesus, they were not late dahil nagpa-makeup pa or nagpa-bihis pa o no. They were there because they came from a far distant country at naligaw pa sila kaya nagdalo kay Herodes. That's why they were late. It wasn't because they were irresponsible or walang pakialam. It was because they cared so much for the child Jesus na kahit malate sila, makita namin na ang bata sapat na sa kanila. Amen? Amen. That brings us to the second point. Kung minsan po ang importante ay hindi yung makakarating tayo sa oras. Kung minsan po ang importante, basta nandoon lang tayo. It's different, of course, for weddings, like may mga susunod na schedule pa, you have to really be on time. But sometimes for many situations, the important thing is that you will not go there right on time, but that your mere presence comes. After college po, ako'y lumabas sa seminary. Nagtrabaho po for 2 years. Ibig sabihin nun, madedelay, if ever, ang ordination ko for 2 years. And then pagbalik ko po, dinagdagan pa ng 1 year yung theology. So that means 3 years na na-ordain ang mga kaklase ko nung nakita ko na-ordain behind by 3 years. When I left, my father went crying to the Archbishop then of Pampanga, si Oscar Cruz. Sabi ng tatay ko sa kanya, bakit pinabayaan mong lumabas ang anak ko? Madedelay ang ordinasyon na niyan. Baka hindi na maisip bumalik at hindi na siya magpare. Bakit pinayagan mo siyang lumabas? Sabi niya gano'n. And then I know what Archbishop told my father because he told me this later on. Sabi niya sa tatay ko, sabi, ang pinag-uusapan ay hindi kung sino mauuna sa altar. Ang pinag-uusapan kung sino ang tatagal sa altar. The point is not who reaches the altar first. The point is who lasts on the altar. May mga klase po ako 3 years ahead na ordained santo. And after 3 years, lumabas. Ako po sa awa ng Diyos at sa pagmamahal ng Diyos after 27 years, I'm still on the altar. And I believe it is partly because I was trained in being ordained. May mga bagay po na minsan hindi naman pinag-usapan din po namin. And it's the same thing with married life. Hindi naman importante sino unang ikakasal. Kung minsan mauuna pa yung mas bata o yung makakatanda, hindi dapat yung matanda muna. So pag yung mga bata ay they are ready to get married na. And the point is that who gets to the altar first. The same thing with marriage. The point is sinong tatagal sa relasyon nilang bilang mag-asawang kasal. May kakilala po ako, siyang pinakahuli sa kanilang magkakapatid nung kinasal. Tinatawanan siya, pinakabata, pero siyang pinakahuli nung ikinasal. Kinakantsuhan siya. And then now, siya na lang ang nananatiling kasal. Kahit lahat ng kapatid niya, iwalay na. It is not that you go there all the time. I know many couples na pinakasal ko na wala na yung tatay nila, namatay na. So hindi lang late yung tatay nila sa kasal, absent pa. But after the wedding, they will tell me, I felt my father was there with us watching our marriage from heaven. So the point is that sino mauna? But sometimes our real presence is there. Kahapon po, may isang dati yata ang board ng St. Jude po. Nakita ko naglalakad. And then hinatid niya ako sa po kung pinagawa yung sasakyan ko. And on the road, he was telling me, ay naku, amo sabi niya. Siguro 10 presidente pa bago masenso ang Pilipinas at mawala ang corruption. Late na yun. Hindi na natin makikita yun. Sabi ko sa kanya, ay oo nga, Father, hindi na natin maranasan yun. Pero at least, sabi niya, yung mga anak natin, it will be late for us. We will never experience a corruption-free Philippines. But we continue working on it. Hopefully, yung mga anak natin, pag sila na, it will be a free and progressive Philippines. It may be late for us, but it will still have meaning for our children. Amen? Amen. Lastly, para sa Panginoong Diyos, maniwala ko kayo, walang late for the Lord. Kahit last minute na tayong tumawag sa Kanya, kahit last minute na natin siyang maalala, kahit last minute na lang po tayong sumisi, tatanggapin at tatanggapin tayo ng Panginoon dahil araw-araw, hinihintay niya tayo. Hindi po ibig sabihin ito, bago na tayo mamalay, hindi tayo magsasabi. Hindi po, the Lord will always look at the sincerity of our hearts. Hindi po yung timing, hindi yung maaga, hindi yung unang nandun, but the sincerity of our hearts. So kahit kapag may bagyo lang natin na aalala ng Panginoon, okay lang po, nandito siya naghihintay. Kahit kapag may lindol lang, doon tayo pumapasok sa simbahan. O kaya kahit kapag birthday lang, doon tayo nagpapamisa. Okay lang po sa Panginoon, He does not mind. He continues to wait for us. And He will do something more, not on the timing of our hearts, not on the promptness of our hearts, but on the sincerity of our hearts. Yun po, tinitignan ni Lord at walang nalilay sa Kanya. Because every day, He is just here waiting for us. Hindi po nawawala. Hindi walang nalilay sa Panginoon. Basta we sincerely come to Him at the time we feel most we need Him, the Lord will graciously listen and bless us. Amen? Amen. Hindi ko po sinasabi na okay lang kami, okay, wala na yun, may na tayo lahat, okay lang, hindi po. Ang sinasabi ko lang, when there are people who are late in their lives, we have to widen our perspective and understand there is a deeper meaning in being late. Not because they are irresponsible, but maybe because they have many responsibilities. Okay? That in being, that the most important thing sometimes is not the promptness, but the presence of our lives for others. And that the Lord will always be here waiting for us. Amen? Amen. One real story before we go. Last December 27, that was a Thursday, it was the 50th sacerdotal anniversary of Apong Seto, our Archbishop. So below, so importante, grande celebration. That night, it was reserved for Apong Seto and just his priests. Kami po mga pare. So the schedule was 6 o'clock, we will say our evening prayers together. And then home dinner with our dear Archbishop, and then a little program after dinner. And Thursday po yun. Wala akong makitang kapalit para mag-misa para kay St. Jude, kaya ang pare nandun. And I could not leave our parish because it's the Thursday, the day for our patron. So may misa po for St. Jude at 6:30, and then as usual after the Mass, may healing po, blessing of oil of St. Jude to all those na nagsimba, and then after the blessing and praying over, may makikipag-usap pa sa iyo. So I was able to leave here past 8 o'clock na. And I was saying, well, it's the celebration, they will still be there, a long dinner, kwentuhan, and a program, marami pa ako. First time ko mag-polo, madala na ako ng polo. Nag-drive po ako papunta ng Assumption kung saan gawin yung celebration. Pagdating ko po doon, ang dami kong nakasalubong ng mga kotse. Sabi ko, ang dami-dami bisita ni Apong Seto. So nag-park po ako, paglabas ko sa kotse, nakasalubong ko si Father Deo, nakatayo, kinaayos yung sasakyan niya. Sabi niya, Brad, saan ka pupunta? Sabi ko, what a weird question. Alam naman yung anniversary ni Apong Seto. Hindi dyan, ano yung anniversary ni Apong Seto? Sabi ko, wow, sabi niya, you're early for next year. Tapos na, wala na. Ha? Sabi ko, hindi, nakita ko po yung nag-leader, si Tonton, ito sa anak friend. Nasa labas na rin, nagpapahinga, nagre-relax na. Ay, ano, sabi niya, nailigpit na po, naayos na, wala na mga mesa, wala na lahat. Pero sa narinig ko, kukuha ko lang po kayo, pang-take home ninyo dun sa sobrang kanin. At pag-silip ko po, talagang wala na. Tahimik na. Nakasara na ang lahat. Nailigpit na ang lahat. At wala na natin. Anyway, sabi ko, papasok ako, baka nandun pa si Apong Seto. I wasn't only late, I was super late. At pagpasok ko po, ay nako, blessing of all blessings, nandun pa si Atong Seto with Bishop Ambo. Paalis na rin sila. At nung nakita ako, ay ako raw! Sabi yung naman, sabi ko, Ma'am, sorry po. Nagbasa po ako sa inyo, nagiging pastor ngayon. No, it's alright. Ay, nako po. I always brag about this. Sa lahat ng anak niyang pangit na kong set, ako lang ang hinahalikan niya at talaga ang hinahalikan niya. So, because it will promote and then, ano po yung blessing ng nanay? Nasolo ko si Atong Seto. Kami lang po dalawa. Baka kung dumating ako with all the place, baka hindi man niya mapansin. Sa dami ng pabisita niya, but because I was late, nasolo ko po siya. At nung nag-usap kami solo, he gave me 3 gifts. Ako pa ang rinagaluhan niya. Ano yung gifts na ibinigay niya sa akin? Secret. He gave me gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Because I was late. Well, even God is a late God. After Adam and Eve sinned and were expelled from heaven, how many thousands of years before God sent His Son? And after the birth of Jesus, now more than 2,000 years, will He be made again for His next coming? This is the good news of being late. There is a message and there is a blessing behind it all.